Hey everyone, I hope y'all are doing well. Uh, just wanted to chime in here really quickly about something that is on my mind after a great conversation that I just had. Um, and really, what if I had to boil it down to any one thing that I took away from the conversation? There's a lot that I could, but I'd say the biggest thing is perfectionism. And what I mean by that is there is having an ideal of like where you want to go, having having a grand vision. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a grand vision, being like, oh man, I want this and all these different things to be in place, like to have an ideal scenario, like your idea of what perfection is in a given area, whether it's a relationship, whether it's in a career path, whether it's your health, whether it is something like your form at the gym, whether it's the right workout routine, the right diet, whatever it is. I think it's great to have your idea, your mind on an ideal, but also don't let that be a reason to keep you from taking action in the present and taking the right next step for yourself in this moment. Too oftentimes when we get really, really caught up on something being perfect, on something being exactly the way that we want it, we let that actually be a stopper for us. We let that act as a deterrent for us actually moving forward with what we want to have in our lives. Whether it's going down the line and being like, well, I don't have this thing or this thing or this thing in place for this business to take off the way that I want. So if you have enough of those in place, then it deters you from even taking that first step. If you have a relationship and somebody's not meeting all the check boxes or something like that, then it can keep you from committing to something that could actually be really, really beautiful and that there could be a lot of growth in, and that you never know what could take place between two people in a situation where there really is an emphasis on growth, even if you're not perfectly aligned. Who knows what could happen if you just started your workout routine and didn't wait for it to be perfect, but just start walking, just start lifting, doing something. You're going to be getting enough energy moving in your body, enough stagnant energy out of your experience that it's probably going to allow you to think more clearly and allow you to start actually creating more of an ideal system that you never would have been able to conceptualize had you not taken that first step. There's example after example after example, and that's just what I'm feeling in this moment. Um, I mean, even something like this, like a YouTube channel, is a great analogy for that. Like, if I was waiting for all of the right camera equipment and all of the right things to be in place first before I actually started my channel, then I would have been right where I started. Believe it or not, 7 years ago, I actually attempted to do a YouTube channel, and I went nowhere with it. Nowhere. The reason why is because I was comparing myself to people who had been doing it for a very, very long time and people who had really, really solid followings, like, 50, 100,000 people. I'm sitting here starting off trying to do all the things that they're doing, having the right studio look and studio lighting and equipment and everything like that. And with with that, I felt so stuck in my process. I felt so uninspired by actually all of the legwork that it took to actually get that thing off the ground that I went nowhere with it. I put out one video and ended up deleting it after like a week. And now because one, I'm also so much less attached to an outcome right now. I'm so much more at peace with what I'm doing and at peace with the evolution of what I'm doing as well. There is so much less attachment to having something turn out a certain way or needing to get it right the first time or anything like that. Like this is an open, evolving process as far as even the content that I want to be putting out. I'm open and evolving with those things. Like I'm feeling a pull towards focusing more on health and wellness. I'm going to keep tuning into that, but that feels good. But ultimately, this channel goes where I say it goes, and that's okay. And it feels really, really good to claim that, because this is just me documenting the Ethan experiment, really is all that it is. And it feels so liberating to know that as well. Like with this process, if I would have been waiting for everything to be lined up and everything to be just a certain way, I would have never started. Just like I never started 7 years ago. Because really, effectively, I never started. But now, because I'm so much less attached to the outcome, and because I'm not waiting for it to be perfect, I'm not waiting for studio lighting, I'm not waiting for, a camera other than what I'm filming on my phone. I'm not waiting for making sure that I have the right vision and doing all these different things and having all my ducks in a row before actually taking that first step. It's affording me the opportunity to just start creating and just start putting out content and getting in the rhythm of speaking, getting in the rhythm of putting out this kind of information. And this is going to reach somebody. Somebody is going to hear my message in a certain way that nobody else is going to be able to have communicated it to them. Nobody that. Thanks for being with my stumble right there. Nobody else would have been able to communicate that same message to them in the same way. And I feel so much peace in that, of not trying to reach everybody, not trying to make an impact. I'm just doing what I'm doing, and it's happening to make an impact on some people. That's cool to have people that you don't physically know start to engage with you and respond to some of your content. It's made a difference in their day. You've made a difference in their life. This is what we all have the opportunity to do if we just liberate our voice a little bit and start actually speaking our truth. Really, really thankful right now. So I'm going to leave it there for right now. Thanks for tuning in. I super, super appreciate it. If this video resonated with you, please, I would really, really appreciate it if you would subscribe and give this channel a like. It really, really makes a huge difference for me, especially in these early videos of trying to build the channel a little bit. So whatever you feel called to do, please do so. And if it impacted you in a certain way, please leave a comment as well. Really, really appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys staying tuned to the end of this video, watching through this with me, and really just sending you a lot of love wherever you're at. Really, really appreciate you. And I'll talk with you all again very, very soon. Bye-bye.